Right, welcome back. So I'm going to show you how I did this scene, especially focusing on the grass. Grass tool. Okay, so basically I'm just going to show you how to use the grass tool, which is this tutorial effectively, but it's really once you've got it, it's simple and it's fantastic, but it's taken me quite a while to get my head around it. So we are in Unreal Engine 4.12, and what you will need for this to do this along with me is this open world demo collection. So pause the video and download it because it's 6.4 gigabytes. Or don't pause it. Watch the video and then download it and then watch a video again. So when you download the content, it says add to project, so it turns up into this little kite demo folder, and there's loads of stuff in there. So that's all I've used to create, and then there's an HDRI in the background. So how to do this grass? So it's really great because you create so let's do a new level. Ooh. I'm going to do a new level, and then I'm just going to show you how I've done mine. So we just do that, and we create a landscape. So I just like to add like a chair so that we know where we are in terms of size, just for scale really. So there you go. Here you change the size of the landscape, so it's kind of, yeah, that's about right, 15. Okay, click create, and then we just want to make it not completely flat. So here I just go to noise in the sculpt, and then keep the strength at 1, and then I sort of just make my brush massive with the bracket keys like in Photoshop. And there you go. Just give it a little brush around, and it's not completely flat, and then I can just sort of smooth some areas a bit, and just gonna make sure my chair, reduce the brush. I'm just gonna make sure my chair sort of is on where I guess this sort of the origin is. There you go, so it's a bit fiddly there. And then flatten. Yeah. I mean, sorry, you're just watching me work. But yeah, okay, cool. Well, end of the ordeal. I'll just show you quickly. I won't, I won't spend too long. You watching me silently, where you can hear the flies singing, the flies flying in the background. A bit eerie. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna I've created this already, so I'll just show you what I've done. So you just create a material, okay, and so shall I show you how you create a material? You go right click here, create a material, like that. And then what you do, well, if I keep this open so I can see what I've done, and I've got a new one there. Hope. Okay. Then I can show, oh, I wanted this one on the left and this one on the right. So there you go. So I can show you how to do this. And we're going to recreate this one here. Okay, so we've got here what we need is a land. Okay, so we need landscape layer blend. Okay, and or you just type in here landscape layer blend, a sample node, and then a grass node. There you go, landscape grass output. Alright, so this we rename grass, and that's our grass. So we can plug that in here, and in here we've got grass types, and so here we need to plug in basically our object, which the way this grass tool works is that you apply a material to that landscape we've just created, and what we're going to do is add a material that we're going to paint onto the landscape, but to that material is associated a 3D object, which in this case is even animated, which is pretty amazing. So using the material, we're going to paint on the landscape whatever object we want, with the ground and with the, so it works really well for grass, obviously, rocks, flowers, you know, any debris like dead leaves, you know, pebbles, stuff like that. Even so, in the other example, I've actually used it for the trees as well. I just wanted to see if it worked. You're not really supposed to, because that's where you use the foliage tool. So I'll do another video for that. So, but you can, so now we've got our grass, and in here we can add textures that we can take from the open world demo. So we've got the, if you go to environments here and you go to ground tiles, and you've got grass, so just you know, bring in this texture in here for the grass, and then we're gonna have I think, where did I take this from? Not cliffs, ground tiles, alpine patch. Okay, so this one, I think that's what they use in the tutorial. So this one's the ground, okay, and then we've got the layer, I'm trying to find my, cool, I'll put this one behind and just refer back to it, it's easier. So we've got our two textures here. So these ones, you see, I've added myself afterwards, because I'll tell you how to add some more, because there was a little problem I had. So, and then we're going to plug them into this layer blend here. So the layer blend, we need to add some elements. Okay, so the first one is grass. I think we need to have this on 1. yeah, preview weight on 1. Okay, here. Hope I'm not going too quickly. Grass, preview weight on 1, yeah. And then add another one, and that will be rocks. Okay. And then preview weight on 1 deck. Okay, so and then plug that in there, plug that in there, and then that in the diffuse, right? So that's done. That's done. That's that. Okay, so now we need to define this object. So this object is basically a landscape grass type of object. Funny name, because it's a bit confusing because the object that you put in there is called a grass type, but you've got grass in it and then pebbles and all sorts of stuff, so it gets a bit confusing. If I just go to landscape grass type in there in miscellaneous, so you create that, and then in here you need to create some elements as well. So you just create an element, and then in here you just choose something from this list effectively, which is, it's just going to offer you whatever you've got in your project already, which is why here it's got all the objects from this landscape demos here. So that's it. Use that grass, field grass one. You can also buy them off Marketplace and SpeedTree website, I think. Oops, sorry. And so you can do that, and yeah, basically once you've got it in here, landscape grass type, this one, so you apply it in here. So I didn't click it. There you go. And here, so you've got to watch for your density and make sure, so for trees, for example, you don't necessarily want to align to surface, or you can, or well, you shouldn't really use trees, grass for the trees, unless, well, there's the foliage tool as well, so we can cover that in another video because I'm already taking massively long time. So once you've done that, you're good to go. Basically, you've got your thing in here. So let's apply it in here, in that material. So here, this new landscape grass type we've just done, and apply that. Okay, so what happens is that now, right, new material, I'll call it, you know what, I'll just call it new material because I'm going to delete it anyway. Okay, right, so basically now we apply this to our landscape. Apply it to our landscape. Doesn't want to do it. Okay, done. So now, okay, you can see that we've got two layers in this bit, manage, sculpt, paint. So in the paint bit. So now what we need to do is we need to paint on here, but we need to kind of give it a layer, which is effectively an image, black and white image, I guess, which is going to be the mask. So we need to define these masks, and that's what these layer info are. So here there's a little plus, so it says create layer info, and you just go for that normal first one, weight blended layer, and then just click OK, or place it wherever you want, and then create another one for the rocks. Okay. Right, so now we're good to go. So here I'm painting the rocks texture. So what they say in the tutorial is just you go ahead and you just sort of paint the entire thing in grass. Okay. Why is it not doing that? And so you see my grass. I've got grass everywhere. See, so tool strength, make that on 1. Start again. And paint the whole thing in grass. And it's covered in grass. So these bits, you can play with the density in your grass type. So that's the grass here. So you see it's 400 here. So say I put it on 1000 and super dense. Okay, so basically now you've done that, and you can paint with your rocks. So you can paint a path, for example, on which there will be no grass. And so if we, from this point on, want to add some elements, what you do here is you just create another element, and we're going to say flowers. Okay. And we want to just copy this, Control W, and then make that flowers. So that basically is creating, you know, another layer in here. And in our layer blend, we're going to create another one, flowers. Okay, I'm just going to put that. You can put another texture, but I'm just trying to make it a bit quicker for you. And then apply. We'll save both. So see, our flowers layer has appeared. So now we just create another weight blended layer to draw on, to paint on. And so we just need to pick our flowers in here. Grass type, so I've already done one, so but it's the same I've shown you already, so I'm just going to pick this one. And yeah, that's it, really. Save, yes. Flowers. So it does this compiling shader thing down here, but just wait. There's nearly nowhere near as much waiting as when you're rendering. Here you do this kind of thing when you do a major change, and then when you load, really. And I'm just working on a laptop, so that I guess it's a bit slower than the main machine, but here you go. So you can see we've got our flowers. So what's really cool, really cool, is that so if I just paint this back in grass, okay, and we go, whoa, slow down. Can you see I've painted now with my new a new density, I think, of 1,000. It looks denser, maybe not. Anyway, so flowers, and I put my tool strength to 0.1, and I just paint a few flowers like this. You know, so I've got a layer without any objects on it. So I'll just do that max strength. Let's see if only half strength. See, so I kind of just thin it with half strength, and there you go. So you know, that's a bit slow now. So you can paint lovely scene like this, and you can add, you know, all this content from here. So maybe next, you know, you can start placing some rocks, the same way that I did in the other scene. And you can do, you can even try and putting some trees, which will be animated. Otherwise, really, you should use the Foilers tool, but I will make a separate video for that. Right. Where's my other level? I won't save that. See, so here I've put some, as it's loading, you can see, you know, I've put some trees, some rocks. All these rocks were placed like this. So here I put some trees, you know, I can just, trees. You know, I've unplugged them. So I can put some rocks instead, some grass. So it's very, very cool. So if I put some grass and I put the tool down to 0.1 and then paint some rocks like that. Very, very much fun. Flowers, trees, yeah. Great. So have fun on your own after this, and please leave me a comment. Check out my course with the links below. Press the like button, and really, if you think this would be useful for, you know, any of your mates, please share, spread the word. And yeah, let me know. Get in touch, show me your work. All right, see you next time. Ciao.